It has been exactly 1 week since Queen Elizabeth died, and most of the stories have been talking about both her legacy as well as the disturbing legacy of colonialism. But one story that's really started taking off is the expiration of many different brand trademarks that were assigned by the crown, but now, when one monarch dies and a new one takes over, have to be reapplied for. So hundreds of brands that have been on store shelves in the UK and really around the world are now going to have to reapply to use the royal crown. Added to that, the currency is going to change, and King Charles III is going to be featured on the new currency facing the opposite direction, which is another interesting story in itself. But what all of this got me thinking about was planning for the future oftentimes seems like we're talking about disruption that nobody can anticipate. But the fact is, the Queen was 96 years old. We knew she was going to die at some point. And so the question I started thinking about this week is, how are more brands and more people who were affected by this not ready for it? I mean, when you know something is going to change and not remain the same forever, you should be planning for that. And that was really what I found most interesting about this past week of reporting. Yes, her legacy is interesting, honorable, and disturbing at the same time. But what's really fascinating is just how unprepared people were for something we knew was coming. I'm Rohit Bhargava. This was my non-obvious story of the week. Check out more stories like this by subscribing to my Non-Obvious Insights newsletter that comes out every Thursday. Thanks for joining me, and stay non-obvious.